how much should you really spend to become the ultimate Pokemon card master? So today, we are going to find out how easy it is to craft a budget to collect them all without breaking the bank. So welcome to the channel, and today we are going to go over the first and most crucial step to building that beautiful Pokemon card collection. And to do that, we need to build a budget. So we have 5 tips that you do not want to miss. So let's get into them. So step 1 is figuring out your collecting goals. Now this can drastically change the budget that you need. Maybe you're just looking for your favorite Pokemon, or maybe you're looking to collect full sets or different types, whatever it is that you're trying to collect. Sealed product, things like that.
Whichever one you want, man. Whichever one you want.
Yeah. It's going to change how much you need to budget for. So that's the first thing you need to do. You need to figure out exactly what it is that you want to collect. And number 2, once you figure out what it is that you want to collect, you need to decide your condition preferences. So some people are okay, what I call binder pieces. Maybe you find a piece that looks really good on the front, but it's definitely not grade worthy. It's got a bunch of nicks on the back or something like that. If you're just putting it into a binder and you don't care what it looks like on the back, then you're gonna be able to get cards at a lesser price because they're not in pristine condition. But if you're somebody that likes a pristine, perfect 10 card, well, you're gonna spend a little bit more. So you might not be able to get as many cards, but a better quality card. So that's why you gotta figure out for yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. Think about what you collect and how you wanna collect it. So that is a big deal for you only. So once you know what you wanna collect and what kind of condition you want your collection to be in, that is when you're going to figure out how much you're going to need to spend to get that collection over time. You're not gonna buy it all at once. Unless you have that kind of money, then go ahead. I got money in the bank. But you don't need to buy it all at once. But to figure out how much you need to budget, you need to know how much these cards are going to cost you. So you're gonna need to do your research. So like I say in just about every video like this, you wanna look up on TCG Player, on eBay, wherever it is that you're buying the cards, you wanna make sure you're getting a good deal. So make sure to do your research on the prices. This way you're gonna know, okay, is my budget, am I gonna be able to get away with a budget of $25 a month? Or am I gonna have to raise that budget to $150 a month or $200 a month? It's all up to you and what your preferences are and what you can also afford to do. Remember that. Don't get yourself in any kind of financial hardship to collect Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's it. I've had it with this dump. We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to sell those Pokemon cards to pay your bills if you don't set aside the proper amount of money. Now, number 4, you need to figure out your buying strategy. Now, this is gonna sound kind of similar to what I said about your goals, but this is why it's a little bit different. So you need to determine if you wanna buy the individual cards, or if you wanna buy packs, or if you wanna buy booster boxes, or pre-built collections. The reason being is because you can still collect certain Pokemon by ripping packs, but is that going to fit into your budget? Again, it depends on how much you are willing or how much you are able to put aside in your budget. If you can only do $25 a month, well, ripping packs is not going to be a budget-friendly way of doing that, because you're only going to get 5 packs a month, if that, and to be able to pull exactly what you want in 5 packs is going to be extremely hard to do.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
So that's why you need to figure out what your strategy is going to be. Once you find out how much you can put aside, then you can realize what your strategy is going to be. It might be just buying the single cards to start with, and then as your budget can grow, then you can start doing the fun ripping to hunt those cards. But it all depends on you. Again, that's going to be a running thing here. The budget always depends on you. I can't tell you, okay, put $100 aside every month for your Pokemon cards, because I don't know what your budget looks like. I don't know what you can afford. So you have to decide that yourself. Now, number 5, I don't hear very often in videos like this, but something you want to budget for is your space and storage of your cards. This factor can be very expensive. You want to make sure you store these cards well and safely, because you don't want to spend all this money on your collection and then it get ruined or it gets dinged up and maybe the condition's not what you want it to be anymore. That's just it's gonna hurt when you see that condition change over time.
Why am I so sad? Am I doing the wrong thing?
So you want to make sure you get good binders, you want to make sure you get good penny sleeves and top loaders, maybe a box like this I have over here. And to do that, you're going to need to put some money aside for that also. Now, to help you guys out, and yes, this is a shameless plug, but I am partnered up with BCW, and I will have a link down below if you want to take a look. You will save 10% if you use the promo code POKEFAM, but all that information is going to be down below if you do want to save that 10%. I would really appreciate it. It would support the channel, but it's also going to be helping you because that 10% is going to help towards that budget. So definitely check that out if you're looking for any kind of storage or binders or anything like that. It's great products. That's what I use. That's what this box back here is. It's an awesome product for your book collecting. But go check that out below. And that is number 5. You want to make sure that you budget for your storage and protection. So just to review these 5 steps, you want to start with a modest budget. Like I've been saying, you want to start, it depends on what you can afford, but I would say start off with like $50 to $100 a month. That's going to really help you help the building blocks of your collection. I'm not saying you're going to be able to build your collection to thousands of dollars in the first couple of weeks. It's not going to happen unless you have that kind of money. But starting off at $50, $100 a month, start buying some packs to rip, or buying some ETBs if that's what you're going to be collecting. Just start with something and build and get yourself used to the hobby. Make sure that you enjoy the hobby before you break the bank and getting this huge collection and finding out, you don't really like it as much as you thought you were going to. So remember, collecting Pokemon cards is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be all about the money. Now, I talk a lot about money on this channel, but I talk a lot about saving you money, because I know Pokemon cards can be very expensive. Now, if you do want to see more tips, then go ahead and click right over here and watch that video right there. And if you haven't already, then hit the button right here to subscribe. Thank you.